You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top in it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie, 'cause I ain't capping it.
Welcome back to the DNA podcast. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
This week is going to be a unique topic that we randomly discussed off camera. Take us back to the golden years of podcasts. I'm just talking about random bullshit and putting it all together in one cohesive unit. Hell, to be frank, what age did you give up your athletic dreams?
But, I kind of want to explain this out to even past athletic dreams. Well, what age did you give up on your lofty goals in general?
Even better. Well, I might fix that and edit, might not.
I'll leave it there. Okay.
This came about because, damn, I wish I would have looked up the nigga. But there's a nigga in college. I think he had Harvard. He's 28 years old. He was in the same freshman class as Lonzo Ball and Jason Tatum. Imagine how long ago it was. How long it felt like they've been in the league, let alone freshmen in college. I think he's entering his 8th year of eligibility, and I think this is his final year. He's already got his bachelor's, and he's going for his doctorate. At what time do his people tell him this hooping shit ain't it? I hope you're going to college and actually getting a real degree.
I mean, I definitely got something real. I didn't get picked up in those first 4.
I pray to God you ain't going for fucking 3D art.
Basket weave.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I pray to God you've spent your time in college doing some real college. If you were there studying for your profession,
And you just have to keep it, be able to play.
I'm okay with that. If your dream is to hoop and you're using college as that excuse to hoop, nah, bro. His folks need to go ahead and tell him,
Pack that up.
it's all right.
And my thing was why didn't he go over to a Euro League or play in China? If you know what I'm saying? So to me, in my head, the only way I can rationalize it is that he really wanted to stay for the education, and ball was the secondary motive.
I have 2 things in my head. One, the nigga could be just living out his he could be big man on campus. He don't want to give that up because he knows shit is only down from here. This
is why it's not good to be big man on campus.
It's only down from here. Or no, that's all I got. But my next point was I don't even sit here and blame him because the rules are set up in a way that allowed him to do this.
Yeah.
What is on the fucking NCAA? Bro, how the fuck y'all do this? How is this even allowed? Well, why are you still kind of gaslighting people into believing that they can make a career out of this?
My biggest thing is just I remember how broke I was in college and how little time I had to work a job. Mm-hmm. I did it, but how the fuck is he supporting himself for 8 years in college?
Well, a few things. One,
at Harvard.
The fucking, obviously, NCAA, now they can actually get paid.
The NHL deal, but, yeah. But when he went in, that wasn't the thing.
Yeah, that is true. He probably was getting paid under the table.
Depending on how, fair enough.
I need to figure out how long NIL been out. The nigga been there so long, NIL probably was fucking passed when he was a freshman.
I'm pretty sure it's been 3 or 4 years.
So he had 4 years of faking broke. He could go for people of money.
This is true.
You feel he there's a chance that he's not broke and he is just chilling. I do think back to the rules. I think between the NIL and the fucking schools just allowing you to have such long eligibility to play, they're kind of enticing this. And it's I don't know, after it's kind of most people don't like draft picks that's been in college longer than what they need to. So if you're a basketball player and been there for 4 years, most people look at you as already like a waste of a pick. Because like if you were like that, if you had superstar potential, you would have left at 2. I think football players got to stay for 3. If he stayed for 4, what did he stay for? There's questions concerning him. And these are people that could be quality picks, but just wanted to
Finish your education.
finish their education or just hone in on their skills a little bit more. Bro, some people have double that. Like, what am I doing with that? People who say, I remember, so Kyle Kuzma was a 4-year guy before he went to the league. It was questions around if he gets drafted. If there's questions around a 4-year player getting drafted, it's a foregone conclusion that yeah. So it's like we came to this conclusion. What is the expectations you have? Because if it was making the league, you should have been and got your degree and then start trying to get into the D League.
Or you play for the G League, try to get into Euroball, something.
You go across seas and do it and boom, boom. But I don't even see what any other goal there could be. And once again, if you have a profession and you're just playing ball as like something on the side, can't be mad at that. I mean, I would have picked something that takes less of my time to do on the side. I think I would have probably paid like intramural ball, but but I'm not mad at that. You get to have the hoop dream while fuck around and might become like a nurse or a doctor.
A doctor.
Yeah. I think a doctor takes 12 years and then it still falls short.
It's only 8.
Oh, shit. You can fuck around and be a doctor in all this time. So, yeah.
There's no way you can play ball and be a doctor.
Because you got to do residency. There's no way.
There's no way. Like, it would take him like 12 years to become a doctor.
So.
That's none of my business. Yeah, so, I mean, but we've seen a lot of even pro athletes stay in the game longer than they should have. I can think of quite a few fighters like that, like Anderson Silva. He should have retired way sooner than he did.
Hell, this nigga's boxing now. Like,
yeah, and I understand why they do it because they love the game so much and they love the sport, but like. You have to be serious with yourself. That's something you can't train in it no more. But you probably shouldn't be going to competition and punch people in the face or getting punched in the face.
Part of me is like, I'm but so mad because they're getting paid to do it.
Yeah.
But then it is one of those things of just like, when is it? When do your people just say, nah, bro? You going out there and getting beat like a damn drum out there. The money you're getting is just not
covering the
damages. It's just not worth what you're going through to do that. So, hell, when it comes to combat sports, I'll tell somebody to give it up quickly just for the fact of
if you're not winning, if you're on a good losing streak,
you're actually risking life and limb.
Shit, football the same way though.
You are risking life in football, but just not as
It's not as extreme, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, I think I don't know. I think being in the league more than 5 years, 6 years, and you're not the quarterback because the quarterback's protected.
You're risking much of limb in football because just as your body age, and this goes for with MMA, any type of boxing, as your body age, you just can't do it anymore. No matter how tough you are on the inside, how tough you are mentally, your body just can't get hit. Repeat, you can't keep falling to the ground with 300 people on top of you. You can't keep fucking running head first into a 500-pound lineman and doing that 60 times through the course of a day, just continuously. It's just not meant to happen. So
yeah, I mean, so like, and it all. I guess there's no like set time frame for, we're not gonna put like past 4 years, but it definitely depends on each individual person and what position you play, what sport you're playing. Because you can have a way longer career in basketball.
In baseball.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I
LeBron's been in the league how long now?
20 years.
20 years.
I haven't watched the
insane
sport, but I feel like you can have a lot of longevity in soccer.
No, soccer's a pretty aggressive sport.
Shit, I was about to say I have no numbers to back this up, but I don't know. I feel like as far as sports go, that bitch is on the low end of spectrum.
It's definitely less dangerous than football on your body, but it's still way more aggressive than
Basketball.
The worst you got to deal with basketball is taking the charge.
Well, that and landing wrong is always.
I mean, you can always.
Yeah,
that's true.
And that's why I always thought basketball was a little bit more dangerous. Not the inherent danger, but just, bro, dunking and coming down. That bitch look tedious doing that.
But when you do like headers and stuff like that, or bicycle kicks, you're both feet are coming off the ground.
Body just hit the ground.
And you could easily. And then goalies are jumping clear across the.
Yeah.
What's it called? I mean, like you're doing it's a very physical sport.
Yeah, that is
And
crazy out there.
You got slide tackles and body checks, all the things.
Yeah, that bitch is more aggressive than basketball. But yes, like I think age, I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like by the age of like 36, 37, no matter what you are, I feel like your combat and football career should be winding down. Now, not even in terms of skill, because I guess I don't even guess, if you're still playing and performing at such a high level, why would you give it up? But it's just like, hey, we at 37, bro. It's only like we're going to start getting
2 more years.
We're going to start getting diminishing returns on how my body heals, on how I just perform, how like combat sports is the worst for the fact that it's a known fact. Like as you get older, your reflexes just don't. That's just a given in the human body, and that's not even factoring all the hits taken by fighters through the years. Most fighters, hell, to be a fighter, you have to start at goddamn like 6 or 7.
Not necessarily, but
yeah, real.
If you, unless you're like naturally talented, 6 or 7. If you are just a phenom, you discovered it late. But arguably, you could play any sport if you were a fucking phenom.
So, boom, that's adding up all the hits you took through the past years.
And that's why it's important to train properly.
That too.
Like sparring.
And it's just, well, once you get to that age, bro, it's not too much you can really do. That's why I give Floyd Mayweather high marks for being able to compete. Not now. What he's doing now is bullshit. But being able to compete competitively in his boxing career, and it's like he found a style that allowed him to get wins at a high rate with a low damage, and even though he got older, somehow his reflexes were still top notch. But you could tell that they weren't what they was. Like even though he was still winning, you could tell that you did get tagged a few times. Boom, boom. And if he would have caught you a few more times, you probably would have hit the deck. You was in a little danger there. But young Floyd, man, that nigga was in no danger. Man, that nigga was a bobbing weaving master. So it's like
Philly Shell was something formidable.
Yeah. So in football, Tom Brady, even though I'm talking like 2 or 3 years ago when he was still playing at a high level, if you really watched, he was afraid to get hit.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking any quarterback is afraid to get hit deep down. No, he was deeply afraid.
And I feel like every time he played well when he did get injured, but every time he did get somebody did get a good hit on him, he was injured every time.
He started getting injured more. I think in my first 10 years of knowing Tom Brady, he only got hurt once. Now he broke his leg or tore his ACL. But he came back the next year, and I've never really known him to get hurt outside of, the one issue he had for the one season. But it's like within the last 5 years, he is constantly hurt.
Yeah, broken hands, broken fingers.
Had to get his elbow cleaned up, rib cage. This like all that comes with age, and you're doing everything you can to avoid getting hit. You're not just playing and getting hit. He was avoiding getting hit and still getting hurt badly. So not badly, but so imagine if he did not go through all these precautions of him not getting hit. It would have been a end very quickly. This is kind of off topic, but I'm still going to talk about it. This is why the NFL back then, like, there's a reason why there was no Tom Brady before playing 20 years. Like, he played fucking 20 years NFL football. In the 80s and 90s, that's unheard of. The way they were hitting and the way that the rules were in place, you'd be a dead man before you got 20 years in that damn league.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even want to imagine trying to play 20 years in the league.
But back when Lawrence Taylor was in his prime, quarterbacks feared him breaking their arm or legs. This was a known thing. Like, they feared him doing that. Imagine going against that for like 20 years.
I can't imagine.
Like, so
That's so much stress. Like, your heart would stop before you actually got injured. Oh my God.
Bro, like, this is coming from me. I would never, like, boom, sound like I'm going against Prime Lawrence. I'm going to talk good. And even if he fucking throw me down into the dirt and a nigga just eating dirt all damn day, bro, I would never mention that I was scared. Nah, bro.
I wouldn't say it, but
bro, there's quarterbacks. So he played for the Giants. And they're nobody, I just can't really think. But the quarterback for like the Redskins and the Eagles at the time actually came out and said that they were terrified. One guy was so terrified that he looked into his direction once during the national anthem, but quickly looked away. And even Lawrence Taylor, oh yeah, he did do that. And I was on his ass about it. He tried to act like, he tried not to look at me the whole day. Nah, bro. That's too much stress on my
Jesus Christ.
like, bro, I can only imagine you just looking around. Oh, shit.
You didn't even mean to look at him. You were scanning the horizon. That's frightening.
Yeah, bro, you feel me? So it's like there's a reason why there's no Tom Brady. Like there was no Tom Brady before. Because the hits was just too much on the human body. I don't even really know how Tom Brady done it, but I think we will get closer to another Tom Brady just based off the rules. Like Patrick Mahomes, if I had to take the over-under, his career ends in 3 or 4 years, or his career ends in 10 or 11 years.
10 or 11.
But I got to take the 10 or 11. And like, I think 10 or 11 is kind of preposterous. See, this is like year 5, but 3 or 4, no way. Like the rules are in place to protect him. He's playing too well for me to take the under at 3 or 4. So, like these are the odds we're dealing with. So you're closer. I got a nigga playing closer to 20 than I got him wrapping it up in year 8 or 9. So that was a small tangent, but still makes sense of the topic. Just your body just cannot keep up.
Yeah.
We will never really, well, I don't know, I got documentaries coming out, but we will not know for sure what broke up Tom Brady's marriage. And to be frank, it ain't really nobody's concern. But his wife, it's kind of seeming that his wife was just really against him playing football so long. Like, I think for like the past 8 years, she's let it know that she wants him to retire. And from her accounts, it sounds like he's real bad off. Like the way he is at home after the game or in the off season when he's rehabbing this and that. So it's like, yeah, she was trying to tell him, hey, go ahead and hang it up. 8 years ago, I think he had 4 rings, maybe 5. What more? What more do you want to get out of this?
Yeah.
So I guess this will bring up a good question. Would you tell somebody to give it up, even though they're still playing at a high level or still doing amazing things, but you can tell that it's damaging you.
I think if you're a good friend, like a true, someone who actually cares about the person, you have to. Like, if you were playing ball and, I can tell you're fucked up, I have to at least it's still on you to make the decision.
Yeah.
But I have to at least address it. Like, hey, I don't know how much longer you got in this, homie.
That's what.
That's one of the hardest things that do to somebody. Tell somebody that you can't do the thing that you love anymore.
And knowing that, like, from a Tom Brady's perspective, I understand why he held on. I told somebody this. He's like 46 now. Let's say he's 45 because I can do that math easy. Do you believe he's going to live to see 90? And I'm just being real. Do you believe he's going to live to see 90? Most people will say no. So he has played football.
Yeah, he might have 70, 80 years.
He has played football more than half of his God-given life.
More than that.
Clear. You feel me? That's clear.
High school and
he has
college,
played football.
He played
easily more. He's probably played 70% of his lifespan playing football.
I get it.
That is something like what? Like when I told somebody that, it's like, no, you really got to imagine 45 times 2 is 90. So if you think he lives to 90, he's only at half his life. If you believe he gets to 90, he hasn't played half his life playing football.
But damn close still. It's still crazy.
Yeah. I'm about to say, if you even for a second believe that 89 of his max, that's not half his life. Like that's so. I get it. It's hell up until the point of when I was in high school, giving it up after senior year. But that was crazy. And I only been an athlete so I've been an athlete since elementary school, but I was only like playing football since 9th grade. That was only 4 years of my life, but that was up until then, that was all of the last 4 years of my life. That's all I did. I eat, sleep, and breathe football. And so knowing that it just all came to an end on one day, it was like crazy. Like crazy. And it's like, I didn't even come out on top. Like, I didn't win my coveted state championship, which I still think it would have fucked me up. Like, I don't think any amount of championships can really prepare you because it's over. Like, if you're a fighter, if you go out on top, if you retire after you win, it's still, after your hand is raised, that is it. You got some press conferences. You're going to enjoy at the club, but like, after you leave that octagon, you will never go back in as a competitor. Like, it's over right then and there. Damn, that's crazy. All these years, all that practice, all of...
And it's even crazier if you retire, like, not in the ring. Some people, make their announcement in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
But, sometimes people just retire,
It's been a year since I fought, and I've just thought of...
Yeah, I think it's time for me to, do this, and this.
You didn't even know when your last was.
You never really know when your last fight's going to be, or your last event's going to be. But like with a football season, you have a season.
I think Carmelo Anthony is the same. Is like perfectly that. Carmelo's easily a legend, and I think he hung on a little too long. I think he's still able to play, but what he was and what he is just so much of a contrast.
I think Russell Westbrook's the same way.
I think he might end up facing that. I think he has like 2 or 3 years before he actually faced this.
Mm-hmm.
But like it said, when he announced his retirement, it's like, damn, you weren't really in the league anyway. You technically retired sooner, but it's good. Like, out of all niggas that always want a farewell tour, Kobe deserved one. LeBron's obviously gonna get one. D-Wade deserved it. And Melo is up there. Now, Melo to me is the worst out of all the other names I listed, but he deserved it. Even if it's just one more game with the Knicks, and like not playing with them, but just one more appearance at Knicks, one more appearance at the Nuggets, like he deserved that. But we got the announcement when he's already gone. Like when most people already decided that he wasn't really gonna come back anyway. So it's like, yeah, bro, that's crazy. I think if I had with my career in my hands, especially seeing it, because farewell tours weren't really a thing before Kobe. I guess Jeter. I think Jeter's the first person I've ever seen actually go on like a real farewell tour.
And they only really, let's be honest, they only really did that because they knew they can make a whole bunch of fucking money.
Yeah, that is. Like, bro,
They knew they can make a whole bunch of fucking money.
we could sell fucking Yankees jerseys of Jeter and goddamn Boston, and people eat that bitch up. Because this is it. There is no more booing him. This is it. So, yeah, it's like, I think farewell tours become a new thing. But like, knowing that that's a thing, I'd rather announce that, I plan on retiring, boom, at the end of this season.
Yeah.
So I can have this season to, one, if we do something good, if a nigga go out and win this title, then niggas done did that damn thing.
Or even if you make a good run at the title.
That we done did this shit. But also, if this is not a success, Kobe's last year was not a success by any stretch of the imagination. But at least these games still meant something. Even though we're not making the playoffs and it's a foregone conclusion, me coming out there and playing still means everything because y'all know ahead of time that this is it. So I think I know for facts Kobe went on his way to play as many games as he could, even just sparingly. Like, if he just played 25 minutes, 30 minutes, just so you could say you've seen Kobe one last time. So, yeah, I think.
How long was Kobe in the league? 18?
20 plus. Yeah. It's clear. If I want to say 97, and he retired like 2019, yeah.
That would put us at 21 years.
Yeah. And I'm being, and that's why I'm being loose with 97 because I'm pretty sure he was drafted before then. But I know he was there in 97. I know he was there in 2019, 2018, so it was one of those. So yeah, 20. And it's just, I think that's what top athletes deserve. I think any athlete that's played the game for a decade plus is considered a top athlete in some regards.
Oh yeah. If you could stay in a sport, any competition, any profession for more than 10 years,
and you're already in a unique class of people that couldn't even do that.
And then imagine staying with one organization for 10 years. You're the fucking GOAT.
And that's why I think I'm kind of against team hopping, because I think you can always like a player, but you can like a player, but imagine he did it all at this one spot, or how just it was a shock to me how big Kobe was to non-Lakers fans his last season, or even a couple years before his last season, because it's just like, he meant everything to us all the time. They in 07, 08, and when niggas was hating on him and this, and you had fans of other teams. Some niggas was Magic fans, some niggas was Nuggets fans, Heat fans. So it's like, we all had our guys. You had your guy. Nah, it's just like, damn, that nigga's been here for 20 years. Regardless if that's our team or not, that nigga is that guy. Tim Duncan was the same. Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, you're just that guy. So,
yeah.
I can't really.
So, I think team hopping is okay, depending on how you do it. I feel like if you go about it the way that Kevin Durant goes about it, unacceptable. But how LeBron goes about it is a little bit different to me.
He's a free agent. He can do whatever he wants. I'm not mad at that, but it's like, so boom, this question is poised. So you think LeBron gonna get his jersey retired with Lakers? Hell no. But he won a ring. This isn't Cleveland or Miami. Every day they got their jersey retired. Won at least 3 of them bad boys. And that's coming. LeBron the person. I mean, yes, I guess if this nigga decided to play with all 32 teams, he would deserve for his career to have his jersey retired. But no, that's not how this. All because you are who you are, you did not do that here. And I boom. something. If LeBron starts to say like he falls off a complete cliff, like he sucks for like the next year. Well, next year his contract is up, but like we sign him again, like he's super trash. LeBron's earned the right to suck. Yeah, Cleveland. I'm not even gonna sit here.
With the Heat.
You can't sit here and say straight face to me. He's earned the right to go out on his own terms with the Lakers. As a player, yes. Like when his contract is up, if that nigga just wants to go on a farewell tour, anybody will sign him to do it. That shit will move tickets. I'm not even saying the Lakers wouldn't do it.
He can come to Charlotte and move
Yeah.
tickets.
I'm not saying the Lakers wouldn't do that, but
They would.
I'm saying that they are not inclined. Like if they chose not to do it, they weren't inclined to do so.
And I think they're going to retire his jersey too.
I think just because he's LeBron James.
I think they're going to retire his jersey, and I think Cleveland's going to follow suit, and I think Miami's probably going to follow suit.
Cleveland should be the first motherfucking place to do it. Those two places should be the first ones to do it. We should not be the first niggas to retire that nigga's jersey.
But I think it's going to happen.
But hell, then you come into situations like you need to retire that bitch quickly. I did not know this until it was after he retired. Like Melo, damn, that nigga Jokic is wearing 15. I didn't know that was Melo's number growing up. I just knew that nigga he had them Nuggets jerseys back when the Nuggets looked cool. Damn, they wear the same jersey. And it's like, you've never... It's sports. Sports is already stupid. I guess you could retire 2 15s. That's not going to happen. Melo's not going to get that jersey retired. Why not Melo? Melo was a great player. Got them to the Western Conference Finals. Couple of All-Stars. Couple of All-NBAs. No shade. This nigga Jokic is a 2-time MVP. 3 or 4-time All-NBA. Got them niggas to the finals. And his career's not over with. Like, this would be this nigga if the career was done. Like, yeah.
They're gonna retire that jersey for Luka.
If he wins this title,
So yeah.
oh, it's done deal. I don't think the Nuggets have a title in ever. Oh, yeah, this is like fucking Kawhi Leonard with the Raptors. It's like a Kawhi played 1 season, he's the Raptors' best player. Now, I know that don't make sense, but it makes sense if you seen them niggas. If you seen them niggas struggle for 10 years with DeMar, saw the nigga come, win that 1 ring and dip. That nigga played 1 season. He's the best player. Like what? And them niggas had good players, but damn. Hey, I don't make the rules. That nigga Kawhi Leonard is going to get his jersey retired.
For sure.
Off 1 season.
For sure.
I've never in sports.
He got them their first ring, right?
The first and only.
They might get another one.
Well, if he retired tomorrow, it's the only one.
if they stop being an organization, it's the only one.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I don't think I've ever in history seen a nigga play 1 season and that should be jersey retirement worthy.
It was a crazy season. That's actually the one set of finals that I actually watched all the way through.
Boy, that was my last year at the ballpark. I remember watching that bitch literally like, I'm at events just watching that bitch. And it was like, yeah, bro, this shit's crazy. Like, them niggas was not picked to do that. They did that, and it's just, truthfully, that's why I would always want to play for a smaller market. I'm not even going to hold you. Like, if I had to choose between playing with the Lakers and the Hornets, depending on how the teams looked.
Yeah.
So take away, like, Anthony Davis and LeBron. So, like, both teams are equally trash or equally good.
So Kobe's Lakers versus current things.
At
the end of Kobe's Lakers is what I mean. But
we'll go with the Hornets. Or you even say like they're both just powerhouse teams.
but you're also in a more advantageous conference for you.
It's that, and I wouldn't even take that into consideration because I already think I'm the best. Whatever I'm in, niggas should be scared. But like Charlotte, seeing as they didn't have that success, and since it's a smaller city compared to LA, boy, if I go there and win, they'll look at me like a god. Boy. But if I go to LA and win one, fuck, that's not enough. They're gonna have to like repeat or get 5 of them.
Or you have to at least go back to back.
Yeah,
You go back to back.
We doing a little something, but I can win that one. I can win that one with Charlotte and be fucking immortalized. Niggas might get a statue and everything. Off what?
Might.
All for one. Dirk Nowitzki only got one. They had like 2 or 3 other appearances, but he got one, and I think that's the Mavs' only ring, only championship. Boy, it's something about the little small markets. The media will try to tell you that, oh, yeah, it's not worth going there. They small franchise. You won't get watched. You won't do. But if you win, they're gonna shut this in. I might get a fucking day named after me.
It could be a parade inside your city.
But it's gonna be a parade inside my city, yeah. So, bro, we went down a branching path, but everything that we just discussed is why I would tell my homeboy, hey, look like you slowing down. I would give this up. And it depends on the sport. In basketball, I would be not as on them about it. But if it's combat sports or football, even if they're doing well, so boom, so like they win a Super Bowl, but at the end of the season he has cracked ribs and he needs surgery, bro. This is your second year you finished the season fucked up. And it's taking you longer to do this and that, bro. It's not boding well. Like, even though you won the title and you want to run it back, the knockings on the door is you get hurt and you don't run it back. And it ends because you got hurt too badly. So,
yeah. Like, I would probably tell him this should probably be your last season.
Yeah,
or, like, you can finish this next season coming up. I'll let you run it back. But after this...
If he's a combat fighter, boom, oh, bro, you got 2 wins, you fighting for the title, but you're getting banged up and it's not looking too good, bro. I would recommend that you announce this is your retirement match, regardless, win, lose, or draw. If you win, you retire the champ. If you lose, bro, your last match was a title fight. Like, yeah, you'll still get all the love that you deserved before. Everybody will know that this is it, so it'll make it an emotional fight. I would recommend it towards that because it's not looking good.
I don't think I would announce that it's my retirement fight before it's my retirement fight. I think I would just go fight. And then announce after the fight.
The mental thing is always hard because I would want people to know, just to know that you're seeing a guy, like,
I think that would mess up my mental.
And that's what the human mind probably can't, like, it'll be too much emotions going on. Like, yeah, this is my farewell. Like
that would put me on notice. Like, I don't know and I have pretty strong mental fortitude, but I don't think I would be able to hold it together through that. Personally,
I think I'd be a wreck behind the scenes, but D. Wilson, he always come ready to play. Hey, like when it's time to show out. Like, I'd be a wreck behind the scenes, probably boo-hoo crying, this and that. But the second they lock that little dope, it's on now. I gotta go whoop somebody. I might do such a thorough job, a nigga might take back the statement. I bet.
And maybe if I knock him out in like the first round or something like that, I'd be like, I got one more in me.
I bet I knock you out too fast. I'm gonna say I can run it back one more time. This better be a fucking 3-4 round slug out brawl, blood fucking drinks.
5 rounds.
Yeah. In
MMA, in boxing, like 12 rounds. It's 2 minutes round. So.
Blood should be draped up on the fucking mat. Like, but if it's that, yeah.
Absolute slugfest.
Let me go ahead and give it up. But if a nigga barely broke out in a sweat,
I choke you out or something like that, and it's not a bad one. It's just a quick submission.
No, I need to give my fans one more. They need to see more of me.
But it's the hubris of man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, to be a top athlete, you have to have this swag and bravado. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta believe you're the best. There's not a single professional athlete out there that don't believe that they're the best shit to ever do whatever. I'm talking to niggas on the Lakers who played bad in the playoffs. They probably believe they're better than LeBron. Niggas on the Hornets probably believe they're better than LeBron. There's niggas in the league who probably think that they're better than Tom Brady at his peak. Like, I don't believe that you can get to that level and not believe these things.
Very true.
Yeah. A fighter. Some niggas think they crazy.
And even if you're lying to yourself,
because it's just the path of becoming a professional is so hard. Because like me in high school alone, I was always faced with, oh, you're not that good. Such and such better, bro. They come into the town, they about to fuck y'all up, this and that. Just like the constant negativity and the constant hate. Especially when I kept showing, like, bro, man, I'm that nigga, bro, I'm a big dog. I'm trying to do a little something. So let alone on a grander state of like college and like you're more world like known throughout the country. And then being a professional itself and just like those hurdles and hell, low key when you join like a team, niggas be hating. Like them niggas be trying to bring you down, this or that. So the mental,
you potentially come in and take their spot. You know what I'm saying? So like I understand why they would be hating on you. You're the competition and the teammate. So like it's I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
So you have to have mental fortitude through. You've had to have constantly been saying, no, I'm that nigga. No, I'm that nigga. No, I'm that nigga. When they just kept constantly, oh, well, I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think this and that. There was probably people before saying, yeah, you should just give it up because you will never, you can never even do that. So for the fact that they made it, I know that they've already pushed through a lot mentally. So if the niggas professionals, they think they're the best to ever do it. Especially if the niggas fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can only believe you're the best to ever do it. The second seed of doubt enter your mind, you get knocked. I've seen fights where some niggas, like you could tell that the seed of doubt was in their mind. Boy, that seed of doubt to knock them out. Like, hell, that's how I go about. That's how I go about playing sports. Niggas can go up to this blacktop right now and play 5-on-5. Nigga, I think I'm that nigga, bro. My body might not keep up. But I need to say it just to stay competitive, just stay aggressive. Boy, the second I start thinking, shit, this is past me. The nigga gonna be walking up and down the court, nigga. Damn, that hurt. Hey, hurry up and score these points so nigga get off. Whenever we last played, so like my body normally hurt like hell. Like the 2 times we last played, but I was playing with Frank. Nah, bro, I'm big cousin around here. I'm about to show this nigga who I am, bro. And that's where Propel be back hurting like a motherfucker. That bro, he can beat me once. He can be happy about beating me once. He's more in shape. Nah, bro, I'm still a big dog around here, nigga. I've been whooping that ass since niggas was young, and I'd do it again while we old. Man, I've won at least once every time we played the last 2 times. I know I was the last time we played, it was me and you that won. Yeah, nigga, I want you to know. Like when you won, I had to put you on notice too. I can get a little serious out here.
That took everything out of me. that second game, I was like, this is it for me.
Bro, I was pushing 98 after that first game. Well, nigga about to push 100 because Antonio done tried to do a little something. And once again, bro, I know this is my last game. Bro, I'm not leaving here with no damn. Ooh, I ain't leaving here without no damn. I ain't gonna be the only nigga out of us 3 not to get a dub. Nah, bro, let me go ahead and crank this bitch up to 100. But
that's funny.
Yeah, yeah. Farewell tours. Boom. So with fighting, bro, I would want it. I'm not even gonna hold you. In general, I would want it. Just, I think that bitch makes a spectacle. Like you can't draw up something any more bigger. This is such and such last fight, last game. Like get the tickets now, even though them bitches are $100,000 each. You ain't never gonna see them again.
Yeah. I can never see someone fight. Like, and especially your favorite fighter. You know what I'm saying? I already know you have a limited career.
And fighting is, sports in general. Like, I don't know why people think people can, like, even the athletes themselves, well, we know why, because I just mentioned it. You can fake retire for like a year or 2 and come back. Mm-hmm. You're already old. Like, and maybe if you're 22, you can come back, but you're never going to come back how you was. And like, boom, boom, if you retired because you thought you were too old then, what the fuck did it 2 extra years do to that cause? So it's like, regardless if this is it, like regardless if you come back, this is it.
I think I would only come out of retirement, like fighting wise, if like someone was talking reckless on my name.
I
think
I'm gonna catch a nigga at a bar. we up the street fight.
Especially they're talking bad about me, like in a fighting context. Like, oh, I would have beat Anderson Silva in his prime.
Bro, that nigga ain't even like that, bro.
I can beat you now, nigga.
All that nigga did was this, and that. That shit not even cool. Like, that nigga overrated, like, for real. Like, that nigga talking about me.
That might become my retirement. Fight one more time.
To be fair, the one name that I think of when I mention retirement and fighting, like, I can't believe he still really did it, bro, Khabib. And it's like,
Oh, yeah.
people really want Khabib to come back, and I guess theoretically he could.
Oh, yeah.
But
The UFC would have him back at any point.
But seeing the pictures of how he is and how he's been for like the past 2 or 3 years, I know he still helps people train.
Yeah, he went to school now. He went to the fighting school.
Yeah, and I feel like it would take him like at least a year to get back into shape. And I think
That man used to wrestle bears. I think he's always going to be in shape, no matter what. Now, I think it would take him about 6 months to get super serious about it.
to get in shape. But even still, I think he retired like 2 or 3 years ago, plus 6 months. I don't know. I think this might be stretch, but I thought it was a stretch for Bones to come back. Hell, still is a stretch, nigga, just like that. Like I don't. It was a stretch for him to come. I was the one telling. I don't even want to see Bones come back, bro. Because what does even knocking this nigga out now even really mean? Like, nigga been gone for like 4 or 5 years, and not even gone because he wanted to be gone.
Gone because he's a fucking criminal.
He was going. Was he suspended?
Yeah,
For like,
he got in trouble when he hit that pregnant woman,
Yeah.
and then fled the scene. That was like 2 years, and then he was on his comeback after that, and he got popped for
Coke,
PEDs. No,
PEDs.
well, he was taking coke.
Yeah.
There was some extra stuff in the coke.
No, imagine that, bro. You took PEDs in the coke. Nah, that nigga is dangerous. He's dangerous. This cokehead wants to be strong and shit.
And the thing was like he didn't know that his coke had it in there, and like he wasn't even taking. From my understanding of the situation, he didn't actually take the substance that actually makes you like actual PED.
Yeah.
He took the substance that helps you hide the PED because it was mixed into the coke.
Bro, niggas like him is the reason why niggas shoot now and don't fight. You want me to fight this damn cokehead P? And this nigga took PED hotter than the coke like. Nah, bro. I'm about to shoot that nigga, bro. Hey.
So like, bro, so realistically, no benefits to his game. 0 benefits.
Ooh. So like this nigga was just gone. Like this nigga was suspended gone. Most niggas actually thought.
Oh yeah,
it was
I
great.
thought it was over.
This nigga came back to one title and shit. Hell, this nigga looked like hell what he did before he.
Honestly, he looked better than he did before. That was the crazy part.
Man, that he deserves. Well, I don't know. That nigga had a shady record. And he deserves to go out on his own terms. So I hope he uses like I could say this with pretty
I think
certainty. This is his last run.
I think his bump up to heavyweight, he's going to fight. So he's going to try to win the title. Who's holding it now? I can't remember. Because I know Francis left. So,
but this is the money fight we want to see.
That's the fight I wanted to see was Francis versus Bones. But
them niggas is talking on Twitter. God, they talking. Boy, they lucky I ain't Don King. I'ma schedule them niggas in my backyard. Bro, I'm gonna get the little pay-per-view companies and everything. Boy, this is $200 on pay-per-view.
$200 for a pay-per-view is wild.
Bro, I gotta cover some of the prison fees for if I get caught up. It's $100 for the fight. It's $100 for the prison fee cover.
You could just get a real venue.
Nah, bro. Imagine that backyard fights. John Jones, Francis Ngannou. Nah, bro. That bitch is sale.
Have you seen Street Beefs on?
That's where fucking
Masvidal came out of.
Oh well. He and come on, bro, black dude.
Kimbo Slice.
Kimbo Slice, yeah.
Out of Miami.
I didn't know that was the name of the series.
Yeah, Street
I
Beefs.
just thought that bitch was bro, I was calling that bitch Bum Fights.
Bum Fights is a different, thing.
You, bro, this whole time I thought Kimbo Slice was homeless and shit. Rest in peace, but
Kimbo Slice with a regular 9-to-5 job. That's funny.
But
Ooh, that's another thing that should have gave it up. He should never have came into the.
I was about to say, give it up. He should have started.
Like I said, if he had started fighting when he was doing the backyard fights and stuff, would have been fine. I think because he came in at like 45.
He was legit like 45. That nigga was balding.
He was
in his prime.
He was, he was bald back in the day too. So it didn't matter.
So he was bald with a little bit of hair back in the day. That'd be a menace.
He's like 45 his whole life.
I want to see prime Kimbo Slice, but with the motherfucking head wrap on. Not even hair wrap, but the wave cap on. Against coked up PD John Jones. These are two official dangerous hood niggas. A bald nigga with a wave cap. And what Coke and PD says it all. This nigga fights pit bulls. This would have been bigger than Thriller and Manila in the hood. But I'm not gonna hold you. It was a product of its time.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess because I've gotten older, when I see backyard fights, I kind of cringe. Because like, damn, but you actually get like fucked up. Like,
so like street beefs now, I think they're actually like a sanctioned thing now. Number one, number two, they handle it pretty professionally now.
well,
Surprisingly,
it takes away from some of the clicks.
it takes away from some of it, but like it's still way more. There's still people who don't really know what the fuck they're doing. There's people who kind of know what the fuck they're doing. So
yeah. So it's not as polished as MMA. I'm about to say street beefs back in the day, bro. Them niggas just pull up behind, be a gang of niggas, and bro, them niggas running into fucking support beams and the goddamn running into fences. And like, bro, they really throwing the thing. Bro, it was real dangerous when niggas who don't know how to throw them things fought against niggas who knew how to throw them things. So like most niggas have fought Kimbo Slice. Boy.
Shit, you remember when Kimbo Slice pushed that guy's eye out his eye socket? Oh my god.
Boy, that nigga was giving him the business. Him going to the UFC, took some of the shine off his career. Like everybody knew who Kimbo Slice was from that street beefs. I don't know how every kid and every adult was in unison watching that bitch on YouTube.
And then even if you hadn't watched it, if you've heard the term, boy, I'll Kimbo Slice.
Bro, that's the reason why I had to go figure out what the hell was Kimbo Slice. Well, I think my Google result was, what is Kimbo Slice? So like, bro, that nigga was huge. If he would have just retired off, I guess the UFC opened up more.
But the money, I think he wasn't really making money on that. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So like, I understand why you would go and take that opportunity to make some real money off of fighting, even though you ended up dying from it.
I think I would have went to go try to be a commentator or something.
Yeah, I don't think he had the chops to do that.
Yeah. That nigga was funny. And you have to put him on the B shows. But yeah, bro, that's he should have gave it up. He should have hell, to be fair, it looked like he should have been giving up with street beefs.
Towards the end of his career, yeah.
But when it comes to fucking combat sports, UFC is different than boxing. I don't know why in boxing, when like a nigga is so good, it's like one L. And your career is kind of fucked.
That's the marketing. It's the marketing side. It's not always that you're it's that seed of doubt that gets inside of you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like you're because it's so important to be undefeated in boxing.
Yeah.
Where it's not as important in any other combat sport.
Okay, I was about to say I've
So
seen.
like I think it really messes with your mental when you take your first loss.
Okay. Because I'm about to
At
say
least that's my perception of it.
when I first started watching UFC and when I would see niggas lose, oh well, it's over. Then they get another big fight. What you get a big fight for? That nigga lost. Then he wins. Oh shit. He shook that off. he done shook. Well, Conor McGregor is my favorite fighter. I started watching him when he was just whooping ass. But I'll never forget when he lost to Nate Diaz. And like everybody wanted it to be over because that was a horrible loss. And he got beat and choked the hell out. It was like, yeah, it's over. I don't even know why you want to see that nigga anymore. That nigga look crazy. Like, you want to see that nigga again? I saw him again. Bloody fight. Won. Oh shit. You shook it off pretty good. No, I think that was his last UFC fight before he started doing all the other shit.
Yeah.
But like, you impressed me because
No, he fought Khabib.
he fought. No, well, it was. I consider Khabib the other shit. Like, after Diaz, he fought Floyd, but I think after it was Khabib.
Yeah.
But it was still so much time in between. After Khabib, I'll tell Conor give it up.
Shit. Well,
now I would tell him give it up.
he broke his leg fighting Khabib,
It's,
and now he's on some steroids to help his bones heal back together.
bro,
And have you seen how big that motherfucker is now?
which one, Conor?
Connor,
Big like swole or big like
like
fat?
fucking swole.
No, and that's why it's like
It's insane.
you can tell that they can take something.
Oh, he's on steroids.
Bro, yeah, you got to be on steroids. You got to fuse your bones back together.
He's on human growth hormone.
Bro,
And the man is fucking huge.
my boy's training. He's like, bro, the niggas call me a one-shot pony. I don't give a fuck. Block this one shot. Block this one shot. But in terms of boxing, I will say this: Deontay Wilder has impressed me since taking the first loss to Tyson Fury. Because I'm like, boom, bro, you took that first loss. It was kind of pathetic. Bro, you don't have the boxing skills to hang with him. The third one actually was pretty competitive. Literally, the third fight reminded me of Dragon Ball Z Return to Frieza. This nigga, Deontay Wilder, found a new form. He can hang with the nigga. But he hasn't trained himself for stamina in the new form. Like, I think it went 6 rounds. But that first 4 and a half, that shit could have, like, it was looking any type of way. But it's like,
and that's the one thing about Deontay Wilder. If he only take one good punch,
it's
only
looking
take one
pretty
good one.
shaky. But it's like you seen it like in a flash. Oh, that nigga's done. like his best strategy was to
get him out in that first six.
in the first 4. Like, but since it's lasted too long, which is part of Tyson Fury's strategy, he does this.
Deep waters.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag you out here and see if you can really hang like that. Boom, he went down. And I mean, like, the third one was so competitive, I respect it. I wish he would have won just so it would warrant another one. Because he's shown me that he actually trained. Like, he came out and he actually had strategy. He actually trained for this. He knew how he fucked up the first time. And he fixed that deficiency for as long as he could. So, if you give him another year of training and boost that stamina up, I don't know. I'm not saying he could win because he can still easily lose, but so, and I don't think he had a fight after that he won.
I don't know. I think he had a fight in between the second fight with.
He was supposed to, but they canceled.
They canceled it?
Yeah, because of contractual obligations. So it's like, hey, I fuck with him coming back. So yeah, back then in boxing to me is like, back then.
And I think the marketing behind taking an L was kind of different than it was. Like, I feel like back when Muhammad Ali and even Big Sugar Ray Leonard, like being undefeated was so important.
I feel like it is super. Like, I feel like Floyd's whole reputation is only,
and specifically losing by knockout is like that's the most detrimental to your career. But losing by a decision, or you get injured, and not necessarily a knockout injury, like you you break your hand.
Yeah.
So something crazy happens. That is way less frowned upon than getting knocked out, and like marking wise.
Yeah.
For your ability to come back and still be a more than good fighter.
Nah, that makes sense. Hell, back when we were kids, being undefeated to all that it meant. Floyd's whole career is based off being undefeated.
Yeah.
The opponents
It's always
towards the
hype.
latter half is not even worth like being proud of a fight. Like,
And all his fights that he's taken in the last 5 years.
no, let's go with 10. It is like 10.
No, because he fought Manny in the last 10. He fought.
But we know that it was like past prime.
Yeah,
Like,
they're both, but they were both past the fine. But like that was still a serious fight for him.
True.
He fought Triple G in his last 10. He's fought
I think
the white looking Mexican guy.
De La Hoya.
Yeah, no, not De La Hoya.
Oh, that nigga's a white looking Mexican to me.
No, the other one. The ginger one. Damn, I can't remember his
I
name.
don't remember Ginger.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
For me,
If you know boxing, you know what I'm talking about. I can't think of his name.
I always felt like after De La Hoya, that's when the opponents, they were serious, but you could tell they weren't the cream of the crop.
Well, so when he fought the ginger Mexican guy, he was actually like probably the best in the world at the time.
Yeah.
Behind Floyd. So like, and then when he fought Triple G.
Triple G was before De La Hoya, but that was serious. Like, I wonder if Ginger Mexican. Ginger bark boxer Mexican. Oh, Alvarez.
Yeah, Alvarez.
So it was on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah, and I could not think of his name.
But I couldn't think of his first name because I kept saying Jose Alvarez. But it's like, so damn Jose Alvarez.
I think it's Jose Alvarez in UFC though.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's Jose Alvarez in UFC.
But no, yeah. I didn't know he was Mexican. I guess his name gave it away. It's Alvarez.
He's a white man. They exist.
No, that was deadly serious. I think they did come directly after the De La Hoya fight.
I think that was right after the Pacquiao fight. Actually, I think it was Pacquiao that fight, and then
So I guess it was serious. It was a little bit more serious than what I thought of them to be.
it either was Pacquiao, Triple G, Oscar, Pacquiao 2, Alvarez, or Alvarez Pacquiao 2.
Yeah.
One of those two.
I think, well, getting to 15-0 meant a lot to him.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he wanted to do. But I think in my mind, I would have told him, bro, there's no need to even box no more after Pacquiao 2. Like, there is nobody else to really generate a name like that. This Pacquiao 2 fight was 10 years in the making. Real close to it. If not 10, like 8. I remember niggas talking about fighting again, like in 6th or 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
Shit ain't happened until 12th grade freshman year in college.
I was in middle school in Hawaii, and he's Filipino. There's a whole bunch of Filipinos in Hawaii, and so that's their god.
But for the fact that he's mayor of where he's from, and they get so little recognition.
I forget about it all the time. But like Manny Pacquiao is their god.
Yeah, bro, Manny Pacquiao was my guy. I've grown to respect Floyd, but Manny Pacquiao was my guy.
Manny's is actually my type of boxer, like my type of boxing that I like to watch.
Yeah,
He was my
yeah.
he's the one I thought Floyd was gonna win, but just because of the matchup.
Yeah,
But I think Manny was always my one that I wanted to win.
you feel me? Like, it basically what you're saying is that's your boxer. Hell, you're not saying it exactly, but you probably would put Manny before Floyd, but not like.
And who I want to watch. Yeah,
Oh, I was about to say like this is nothing against his talent.
I think Floyd's the better boxer. I think he's better at the game of boxing, but Manny's the more entertaining fighter to watch.
Yeah, hey, I get that. Somebody need to tell Manny Pacquiao go ahead and put it up.
I think he's retired. He's not fighting still.
He's not.
I don't think so.
Because
He didn't take the fight in 5 years. So I'm assuming he's not.
he always come back in like 5 years.
That is true.
He goes back like every 5 years.
Yeah, but I don't think he's fought in. I think he took one more fight after that Floyd fight, and I don't think he's fought since then.
I think he took 2.
I don't remember.
But yeah, but I don't think he's officially announced his retirement.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Bro, you need to go ahead and call it curtains, my boy.
I think he probably won't retire until Floyd retires.
That nigga Floyd beating up YouTube personalities. He got
He's retired.
that nigga Floyd. He completely does not give a fuck no more. He's literally only about money.
It's about the check.
Like this shit is he's making a mockery of the sport that he helped legitimize again.
But I think it's good that, like, this is kind of off topic. We're deep into this hub now. But I think YouTube boxing is good just because it's getting a whole bunch of new eyes onto the sport. If that makes sense. So, like, you know, and then there's people who are actually really good. KSI, actually a pretty good boxer. Salt Poppy, actually a pretty good boxer. And, like, and then there's a whole bunch of people who are, you know, extremely average. But I think it's good. It's actually something, you know, one day, if y'all actually support my dreams, I would love to become a YouTube boxer at one point. Take a match. I'll do it.
Bro, I would be a top-notch nigga in the crowds.
I would do it.
I would be a top-notch quarterman. You're going to need 4 other quartermen to do the real shit, but I will be there for words of encouragement.
You be part of the honor rush that walks out with me. That's fine.
I was about to say, I'm good for good photo ops and videos. Like, hey, fix that nigga up, bro. Get that nigga that water. You got the good buddy. You got that good buddy.
I would take a fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to fight KSI. But
So, I think it has its place.
I think it's good.
I
think it's
don't
good for
like
the sport.
it.
I think it's good for the sport.
I don't like people doing stuff. And it's like KSI takes it serious now.
Mm-hmm.
But like I think it's making a mockery of stuff when you just do it as
Let's say that he did.
yeah. And because I feel the same way about rap. Bro, I'm sick of niggas and like I'm done. I'm done playing with niggas. I'm taking this stance. If niggas rap just because it's easy to rap or just as a quick way to get paid, I'm not supporting that shit. I'm not listening to that shit. Bro, like, you could have made folk music. You could have made country music. Like, bro, I'm not supporting that shit.
This is aimed at Post Malone.
It's a bunch of other niggas that I've heard say, oh yeah, rapping was easy, so I just decided to do that. So you really don't like this shit, dude. And so it's like, I kind of feel like it's making a mockery of boxing, but it's only because like, so boom, they post a fight video, they do this and that. And it's like, I get YouTube boxing. Like, oh, you fight other YouTubers because you start this fake beef, this and that. Fight some real damn boxers. And I'm not saying fight the heavyweight champion of the world. I'm saying
The
fight.
thing is that they're amateurs. They would have to go get a license to fight all that other fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot more rules and regulations.
Yeah, than just showing up
Than
and
just
doing
showing
it.
up, training for 6 months and going.
Yeah. And that's why I was like, I'm not even saying go after a professional. Go after a legit amateur boxer who's been doing it.
And I think that would be cool for, like KSI, someone who takes it seriously. Like, hey, I'm gonna step into this
Yeah.
and, you know, pursue this a little further.
Yeah.
But, you know, KSI just likes beating up on people.
Because they all just want to beat up on somebody. My counterpoint to you is getting eyes on the sport isn't really.
I think it's the positives outweigh the negatives of that of the values. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So like I think it's grown the sport more than it's hurt the sport.
I would dead ass my counter retort is most people that would watch YouTube boxing, I would say I would like to quiz them on what boxing matches if they really watched outside of that. And if they say the same ones I've watched, nigga, I'm not a boxing fan. I've just watched the most important fights.
I've like talked to people who've watched YouTube boxing and then got into boxing afterwards.
Yeah.
And you know, some of them are only going to be casual fans. And that's you're a casual fan.
Yeah.
I'm like the deeper end of a casual fan, but I'm not like a true boxing fan.
Yeah. You're cracking the cusp.
Yeah,
true boxing fan.
I know my shit,
Yeah.
but I'm still, you know, not super invested in the boxing world.
Yeah, like I was about to say, like if you name only the top fights nigga, that's all I watch. Like, if it got more eyes on the sport, the non-top fights, if that makes sense. So, like, boom, if somebody say, oh, yeah, I got into UFC, I watched all the McGregor fights and all the Khabib fights. Everybody watched those. So you haven't really watched any other fights. Like, does that really count as getting eyes on the product when you watch the nigga that everybody was going to watch anyway?
I think so. Like, you're never going to get 100% conversion,
Yes.
but I think getting more people, even just to be casuals, because boxing was dying at one point.
Yeah, I still think it is. But that's the root of my argument. I think it still is.
No, it was a lot more people are interested in boxing now than has been in the last 10 years.
I was about to say, that bitch was, like, don't get me wrong, it was super.
After
it was
Pacquiao
super sad.
After Pacquiao 2, we was on the decline.
It was super sad. Like, I'm talking like that bitch was on welfare. That bitch be taking off welfare, still poor. Yeah, still poor.
But I think YouTube boxing is better for the sport.
And we will, I think the huge, we will have to see moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see in 5 years.
You feel me? In 5 years, if the bitch is still like, if it's still what it is now in 5 years, no, it's just a spectacle. Like, they're just boom, boom. So it's like, yeah, that's my spiel. And it's like, I hate in general. I hate when I hear NBA players. Oh yeah, I could have went to the NFL, or should I thought about playing a receiver? No, you haven't. Don't even like. It's not even worse.
Unless you actually played in high school.
Depending on how long since you played. If you were a two-sport athlete in college, which you don't see anymore, like Julius Pepper or
And if you are two-sport athletes, usually like football and baseball, or basketball and baseball.
Yeah.
It's very rarely that it's football, basketball.
Anymore. Like, that shit was the thing back in like the 90s. Allen Iverson. This and that, like, maybe. And I would even give, like, Julius Pepper was in NFL for like 15 years. By year 10, no, he's not making the fucking NBA. Like, he's just, all the lifting and all the football skills have robbed him of some of those basketball skills. He's not making the NBA no more. He's not, oh yeah, bro, I thought about quitting this football shit and going to the league. You know, I was like that in college. That was 10 years ago.
Tyreek Hill actually picked up his track tweets and ran in a race recently, and won.
Racing,
but it was like, whew, I don't know.
Racing is hard, and it surprises me when people do it, because you can have like him doing that top notch.
And it's actually there's a couple of football receivers that
DK Metcalf came in like 11th qualifying for I don't know, the fucking Olympics.
Probably.
Yeah, I think he was like 11th, which was like still all time great, because like him and the difference between him and first, you can't just shave that off, but it's not that huge of a gap. But it's like, hell, running is hard, bro, because DK Metcalf runs all the fucking time, runs weight resisting this and that, but his running is not the same running as that running.
The mechanics of running on turf, running in a race and running a route.
Yeah,
like they're both running, but they're not the same.
Because like most niggas was like, that nigga is a freak of nature. That nigga ran like a damn 4.4 40. But like a bunch of niggas run fast but can't do track for either stamina reasons or just form reasons. Most of the time it's the get off. Most of the time their get off is so bad that the speed just can't. Like the speed does not help them catch back up. Nah, that nigga equated well. Like everything we thought he equated. And word has it, Tyreek Hill is faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like all around fast. One, he's faster on the field than DK Metcalf, but word is that he's actually faster on the track than him. So you're telling me you could actually qualify for the damn Olympic team if this is said to be true?
I think if he quit football and like really went into it again
for like a year or two, or so I guess it's 4 years.
He probably could come back and be on the team.
Yeah. That's
like,
crazy.
I watched him run and I was like, he actually could potentially come back.
He's the one football player I would give, just because like running around is different than running on the track. But no, the way he runs routes, just seeing him on the field, he's running differently.
He runs like a 100-meter dash.
And it's like he can he's the only person I've ever seen. He can come to a complete stop
and take off.
But pick up 100 miles an hour? No, that's something like I've never in my life seen people do that. Seeing him do it, wait a minute, there's actually something to this. If he ran continuously, he can go to 100 miles per hour off the gate. If he ran continuously, he might actually get faster with unimpeded running with no worries of getting tackled from. He might actually be able to do that. So, boom. And these are rare occasions. So football, track people used to get mad at football players for saying that, oh, I can do that, I'm fast, and when they're actually fast. So I don't see why the same respect isn't given in other sports. Like some sports people hold in high regard. Baseball, well, yeah, baseball is just one of those things that unless you play, you're not hitting that fucking ball.
I understand that the hitting the ball and the catching the ball is a way more important.
Catching the ball is easy. Don't let them niggas flex with you.
The way more important skills, being able to throw and all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
Those are way more important skills in that game. But them niggas be slow. I didn't realize how slow. I think I'm faster than some of them.
Oh, that's no doubt. Did you see that? That's why they put so much emphasis on a hitting game, catching and throwing.
Yeah, they just be when I'm running bases, I'm like, I think I can do that.
I think back in high school, I could say I was
not me now, but me then. Yeah.
I think back in high school,
me in college, I was like, I could run with y'all guys.
I would say I was stronger than 60% of all MLB players, and I'm saying like 60 flat. Like some of the niggas, they big. Oh no, you're not big, right? Like I know obviously you want to get your arms strong.
It's a different kind of strength. So they're functionally strong, but they probably couldn't lift with you.
I'm about to say, like, I felt like I could kick with y'all niggas in that weight room.
you probably could lift with them, yes. But like it's just a different it's a different sport.
You feel me? It's like because some of them niggas be built big. It's like, boom, you got a power hit, you got to hit that motherfucker out the park. But then it's just like, you're not, like, it don't look like you like stamina good. Don't look like you're swole good. You're just like big. Basically, how I'm built now.
He went by Big Papi on when he played.
Albert Pujols. Bro, that nigga looked like.
But he was just fat though.
Nigga looked like a drunk uncle at the quinceañera.
But he was so thick. God thing. But I just sometimes I think I feel like baseball is the easiest sport to get into.
Bro,
don't slide in my DMs about this, but
baseball is one of those things. Hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do in sports. But I don't have a single baseball player doing anything in football outside of quarterback. There's a reason why the only baseball players and quarterbacks are like hand in hand. So like the hardest thing
throw is the
the hardest thing to do is hit a baseball in sports. True. I want to see one of them niggas catch a pass.
Run around and catch,
yeah. Like I want to see the percentage. Like I that's one.
Well, you just play. Imagine them trying to play DB.
Oh, D-line. They did like anything.
They're small. I don't think they're gonna do that either. But I think I could probably run around on an MLB player and put work on them.
If you give me 100 NFL niggas and 100 MLB niggas that told them to switch, I think the percentage of them you can get that monkey hit the ball. You can
be all punched.
I need to say for the niggas to get home runs. Hell, the damn professionals don't do that all the damn time. But they get a hit. I got the percentage of the 100 NFL players hitting percentage being higher than the 100 MLB players catching percentage. Like, so take that how you want it, and we will decide what is harder to do in sports. This reminded me of this one post where it said, it was like something. It was like Adele singing, and it was like being a famous singer is 100 times harder than playing in the NFL. Somebody had this picture of Odell Mawson. This is a different one-hand catch than a one-hand catch. Tell me when Adele does this in the NFL. I swear to God.
Adele getting roasted in the comments. It's not her post.
You're like, that ass. But when people say that, bro, honest to God, I want to see the niggas do that since it's 100 times harder.
I think it's 100 times less likely to get into the NFL, professional singer
Yeah.
over to be like a mega star than to be an NFL player.
Yes.
Like I'll give you that. Like it's harder numbers wise.
Yeah, I was about to say what I'd like to bring up is, and I'm a nigga that specializes in numbers. I'm a bite. I don't think people can grasp theoretical as opposed to applied.
Mm-hmm.
Most people get the theory part. So, like, once again, baseball being the hardest one, it's almost impossible to hit that damn ball. That is true. I think theoretically, numbers suggest that hitting a baseball is the hardest thing to do. Like, as I just proposed to you, I think applied, I'm not saying catching a pass is the hardest thing to do in the NFL.
But running a route
Yeah,
and catching a pass
on
and
a
having
DB.
defense, yeah.
That shit's gonna be. We could test. I wish our channel was bigger. Well, that's one of them tests. 100 is a lot, so it'll probably be like 10 and 10. Well, I just want to see the 10 people get 3 strikes, and then you get 4 downs to catch this pass. Like, so that's why I was like, I don't think niggas get theoretically. Yes, there's less megastars than there is football players. This is the thing that people use against football players. There's 50-man rosters. It's easy to make the team. If you go out for wide receiver and get cut, you're not going to get a chance to play O-line.
Ever.
Yeah. If you go out for quarterback and get cut, some dudes transition over to receiver, but you're not just going to be, I got cut, so I'm going to head over to the receiver. No, that's not how that is. Theoretically, there is 52 people on a roster. But in applied, there's only 3 quarterbacks on each team. They actually had to pass a rule for there to be more quarterbacks because they got tired of the starters and the backup getting hurt. So let's say 3 with 30, that's 90 quarterbacks. 90 quarterbacks is vastly less than other things. So I had to do this rant because niggas will always bring. There's a difference from theoretical math and then applied math. Y'all niggas are not applying math. So yes, I think it is theoretically harder to be Adele. But if you're saying especially like Odell Beckham level good, I think that's harder to be Odell Beckham Jr. So,
and this is not shit on either one of them, but
you feel me? Like, this is no shade to any of them. But yes, that was my spiel because niggas love talking that dumb shit.
And on that, we're going to bring this episode to a close. When do you think is a good time to hang up your ambitions and goals?
What do you think is the hardest sport to get into? Is it, or hardest thing to do in sports? Is it fucking making a shot on an NBA player? Is it catching a pass with a D? Is it hitting a baseball, or etc.? Let us know down below in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.
And we're out.